Alright, you ready to talk about some shit?
Yes! Yes!
We're breaking free.
We're soaring,
Flying. We have to keep going higher.
My neighbours hate me.
Yo.
When I tell them though that it was for talking shit. Hello everybody.
That's what you're listening to.
That's what you're listening to. And if you didn't know that before you clicked on it, what is wrong with you? Do you have some kind of issue? Some problem?
Are you kind of weird?
Are you kind of weird?
Are you a bit clapped?
Are you a little bit clapped? Not incredibly. I feel like everyone's a little bit clapped in some way.
Yeah. But
And if you're...
it just matters about the amount of clapped that you decide to reveal to the world.
Yeah.
I think anyway.
I'm glad we're very in sync. Yeah, just like women in the workplace. That's about the 50th time I've said that phrase this week.
Women in the workplace.
It's clearly something that I'm very proud of making that connection. And if you're not from the UK and you don't know what clapped means, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's retard. So today on this show that we sometimes do, and by sometimes I mean every week.
Weekly, regimented, organised.
It is weekly. It is regimented. Thank you. It's not like we always do this at the very last second and I'm editing down to the wire.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not.
Today, in fact, we watched High School Musical.
Well, I watched it today. Yeah, I watched it today. When did you watch it?
Today?
Oh yeah, you just watched it earlier than me, didn't you?
Yeah. That was about 6 hours ago. Not a different day. It's fine.
We were 6 hours is a day at this rate. Yeah, why did we do this? I don't remember. Why did we do this?
I think I said about it, but like I kind of every so often just mention High School Musical because I'm like, hey, pretty cool, nostalgic, relatable because my high school experience was exactly like
so
that.
Very similar. We just kept breaking out into song. I don't know what was going on.
Yeah. And I could of course sing. Like I of course was Troy Bolton, and I could sing amazingly.
Basketball singing extraordinaire.
Yes, sir.
I will say for this one, I made a lot of notes for some reason. I don't know why. I didn't even mean to make notes, but the very first second that I watched it, and I went, "Holy fuck! I'm gonna want to remember some of these thoughts in my head."
You just became jacked in.
So like I didn't actually do trivia this week. Sorry, and by sorry I mean. I don't give a shit.
Not sorry.
I'm not sorry, not sorry. I just had so many things I didn't know I wanted to say about High School Musical, and surprisingly, a lot of them not negative. That was what shook me. There's a note that I made very late on in the film that I said, "Well, at least it's not as bad as Kissing Booth."
Oh well, that's not hard.
It's not very hard.
It's so innocent, I think. There's no. I don't feel like there's any weird like agenda or like social. Like it's not. It's from a different time. That's
it's like there is an agenda, but the agenda is actually like good. Like it's literally just like as cringy as that. It's just support your friends and be good to people.
Be yourself.
Be yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
And those are things that's like lol, but it's also like
follow the status quo.
If you want to be
one
cool,
of the songs is
follow
called,
one simple rule:
like
do not mess with the flow. No. Stick to the status quo.
Whoa. Yes.
That's a great song. Why do I like this,
bro? Yeah,
it's not even like.
I was gonna say that's probably like my favorite or second. Because I feel like I have to say the last one. What's it called?
We're all in this.
Yeah,
together.
Just because at the end they all come together. Man.
That's what really surprised me. We'll get into it. We will actually do, seeing as we're not doing trivia and stuff, we'll break this up. We will do spoilers and non-spoilers. So I don't know why everyone's seen it, but we'll do it either way, just as a structure. So like.
Bro, I'm sorry. I was laughing at like such random parts of this because like it's just so like innocent. I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Like
it's
there
really
was weird stuff I
strange.
was finding funny, but like it's cute at the same time. Yeah, I don't know.
So, like, High School Musical, for anybody who somehow does not know, is a 2006 Disney Channel movie that took the world by storm with its songs and dancing and basketball practices.
Bit of dancing. Wildcats. Go Wildcats.
Go Wildcats. And apparently lessons that only last 3 minutes each. That was a note that I made. There's a point very early on in the film where they all go to the drama lesson with the drama teacher
yeah.
who, let's get back to that, what a legend.
Darvis or
Whatever her name is, yeah. She's the actress behind it is just chewing up some scenery, just having fun, which I like to see. But like,
it's just your stereotype fucking like
the theatre,
theatre, yes.
the theatre.
Who was that?
That was Brad. Fuck it, let's explain it. Let's not cut this out. So basically, me and Joe both have webcams, and obviously, you just feel like you have a better, more conversation when you can see each other during COVID. Obviously, everyone is trying their best to make it feel normal. So we're in different locations. Who'd have believed it? But because the software that we're recording in, I say software, it's a website.
Yeah.
No, it's expensive software, money. We have it. But yeah, so like we it doesn't allow webcams in this, in air quotes, software. So we're in Discord at the same time, but we're in a group chat with all our friends. So Brad, who is from previous episodes of the show, who did not want to watch High School Musical with us.
He's probably had enough of it from his sisters, to be fair.
Yeah, he has 2 sisters, and both of them watch Disney Channel all day, every day, for years. Like, you go around that house, it doesn't matter if nobody's in that lounge, Disney Channel's on that screen. Yeah, he doesn't need PTSD. But yeah, he just hopped into the call. We're like deafened in it, so we can't hear him and he can't hear us. And he was just like, "Oh shit!" and just left.
Exited real quick.
Well, there you go, Brad. Shout out. Listen to the episodes
Shout
he's
out.
in, like last week's and the wrestling one.
And Star Wars.
Thank you, the Drunk Star Wars one. Which, that Drunk Star Wars one seems to be doing really well on Spotify, but not on YouTube, which is the opposite of how I thought it would be. And by very well, folks, you can look at our channel, 16 subscribers.
Maybe-
Very well for us is like over like 15 listens.
Maybe there are a high percentage of Star Wars fans that are blind, even though on YouTube there is no visual portion of the podcast anyway.
But maybe they don't know that.
Well, yeah, like
How would they even
just
know
don't
they're
go
on YouTube? What if they think they're on
Exactly,
YouTube
they
and
just
they're
go
on
straight to
Spotify
Spotify. They're like, I don't know.
with their
Yeah, but
braille
you'd think
keyboard?
blind people would like gravitate more towards Spotify because it's purely audio.
True.
Shout out blind people.
So what you're saying is that the majority of our listeners on Spotify are blind. That's their
It's
only
just
explanation.
it's just a theory.
A game theory.
A theory.
Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Five Nights at Freddy's.
Right. I want to explain this real quick. Okay.
8-year-old looking at us.
I have... How do I even explain this? I mean, it's not like I'm like pyrocynical and the world's finding out I'm a furry or whatever. I just have a very intensive, every now and then, investment in the Five Nights at Freddy's franchise. Okay, I've been there
And recently
since...
you've had an increased
Well, it comes and goes. Like,
in ebbs and flows.
yeah, like I'm not spending all day every day trying to be like, here's William Afton and if any of you got that, Jesus Christ.
Yo,
Like,
shout out.
to William Afton burning
Maybe
in
we can,
hell,
like,
am I
reach a
right,
new,
homies?
Now we can reach a new niche of FNAF.
FNAF fans who listen to
Listeners.
Talkin Shit.
We
That-
have like a 5-minute segment where
If there is one person who listens to this show and they actually like know of Five, I mean everyone knows of Five Nights at Freddy's, but if they know the lore behind it, that would actually be like, we're making waves, baby. That's actually kind of weird because that's such a niche. Anyway, I say it's niche Those game theory episodes get millions of views, bro. Come on, bro. But yeah, anyway, I just have this weird obsession with Five Nights at Freddy's every now and then. I don't know why. I guess I've just been there since day one. So eventually, you're like, you know, it started off with haunted animatronics. Now there's time traveling ball pits. All right, whatever. All right, whatever.
When you said that the other day, I was like, what the?
It's an Elseworld story, okay? Because yes, this universe is so big that it now has Elseworld story.
I will accept the time traveling ball pit, and we can move.
You don't have to. It's not canon. It's not canon, guys.
We can move back to.
But the reason I just want to quickly say the reason he's called. No, we're carrying on talking about this. The reason he's calling me like some fucking 8-year-old bullshit is because I don't know why I told him, but last night I couldn't get to sleep. So what I did was I put on a stream from years ago of Markiplier playing Five Nights at Freddy's Ultimate Custom Night. It's like 3 hours long, and my dog was sleeping in the room. So while I was going to sleep, my dog every now and then must have just been woken up to some jump scare going, ah! And every now and then she's like, what the fuck? And I just slept through it like an absolute fucking maniac. But in any case, that's my... it's getting very personal now. Everyone knows me on a personal level. That's my entire life.
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, I got a bruise on my nose that I'm refusing to tell Joe how it happened, so... my life is a mysterious bruise and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Was it Freddy Fazbear?
Freddy Fazbear did touch me. And it hurt. Right below the...
Let's not acknowledge the pain.
Just think of the joyful times that we could have had.
Yes.
What the fuck are we talking about?
What are we meant to be talking about, or what are we talking about?
We're not meant to talk about anything. We can talk about whatever we want. This isn't North Korea. I had a pretty sizable shit earlier, bro.
What colour?
Pink.
Oh.
I've been drinking a lot of strawberry milkshakes and finally Can your poo ever be a different colour?
When you're a baby, it's green, isn't it?
What the fuck?
That's a thing.
Googling right now.
I don't look at babies.
Wait,
shit.
I shouldn't Google baby green shit. Alright, I take it back. I'm gonna take your word for it.
Yeah.
That's really? I've never had a baby, so I don't know.
Neither have I, so I know.
Okay. When they say it's green, like what kind of a...
I think it's because I don't know, bro. They haven't got all their shit figured
together.
out yet, have they?
they haven't got the house, they haven't got the wife, they haven't got the kids. They're in a dead end job.
Green. So their shit is green. Yeah.
Sure. So anyway, High School Musical.
Can we get back to Zac Efron wearing bootcut jeans?
Yes! Yes! I wanted to talk about this. Why?
Bro, it's 2006.
2006 was a weird year. All of the early 2000s. I made a note and I was saying,
Bro,
God, fashion Bro, the fashion in the early 2000s. Oh my God.
Bro, the opening, the introductory scene, like, called my attention to his bootcut jeans. And he's got this weird ass, like, he's got like a shirt on with it. And
a t-shirt underneath a shirt as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's like a white t-shirt underneath like some green and brown striped
green and brown
shirt
really?
over the top. Yeah,
really
green and brown. Really. There's like a point where he's wearing like tracksuit, but it's like it's like kind of like this really punchy blue, like blue tracksuit, blue hoodie that's completely blue, no other colours, and then like a blue and white striped t-shirt like he's in the Navy or something. And it's like, bro, what were you thinking? What were you thinking? I know it's 2006, but what were you thinking?
Baby.
The drip was shit back then.
Yeah. Also, Sharpay, she's meant to be like a drip queen or something, but she, like, bro, what are you doing?
Hey, we know she's a drip queen of 2006 because her phone, her blocking brick of a mobile phone, is covered in glued-on sequins on a case.
Oh,
so
yeah.
So therefore, she's dripping.
And then later on, when she's got the mic, it's got like jewels on it as well, like custom.
It's got jewels on the actual like microphone casing bit, like
that works. Drip, fucking custom dripped out the wazoo, bloody mic. Yeah.
Do you remember a kid? You'd get those like toy plastic microphones that were basically just like things that would just make your voice echo, and that was it. There were High School Musical themed ones that were covered in sequins. I remember that very vaguely. My sister had one.
Like, so you could pretend to be Sharpay.
You could pretend to be Sharpay. You could pretend to be Gabriella with a regular boring one.
Oh my god, Gabriella. Gabriella!
Isn't she like... I don't want to pass judgment, but I feel like later down in life, she... Didn't something happen to her?
Probably something. I don't know.
I imagine more life came to her, but she didn't become famous.
I'll just Google Vanessa Hudgens tragedy.
I vaguely remember, like... Am I completely like...
I mean, the first thing that comes up is that her dad died in 2016, but that's not really...
That's not exactly... I just meant... Yeah, I guess I'm just...
Are you hoping for drug addiction or something?
No. I mean, slightly, but, like, no, like, No, like, I just meant, like...
I wish you to ingest all the
her career just didn't go anywhere, did it? Like, I'm not mistaken.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what I meant.
Yeah, not really.
I didn't mean an actual real-life tragedy.
Oh, right, yeah. No, I don't... Yeah, I didn't really see...
I meant an acting tragedy, something far more serious.
Yeah. I think she's been on some more stuff maybe more recently. Maybe, like, everyone's forgetting about it, but...
It's the Ted Mosby thing, man. It's the Josh Radnor thing. You become known for one thing. I mean, Zac Efron, like, only really bounced back years later. Like, he was in a couple things, but... For a while, he was just a High School Musical kid.
Yeah, he's changed his look. Like he's more middle aged now, and he's like buff.
He's like shredded,
but like chunky. He's chunky at the moment, I think. Like not shredded so much. But, yeah, probably.
Am I right?
I could see him as Bond, but like, but I don't think like it'd be good.
Can he do a British accent?
Bond. I think Bond only because Daniel Craig. Like, there's a likeness there.
I mean, Daniel Craig looks like a potato that somebody put eyes and a mouth and a nose on.
Zac Efron looks like Daniel Craig, but like
if it went
pretty boy version.
Right, okay, I get that.
Less potato.
Yeah, I get that. I actually.
If he's like styled his head and why, because he's like. And
maybe he
the
can
piercing
finally
eyes,
be in
the piercing
No Time to
eyes.
Die.
How can you resist?
Right, well, I want to talk about How Can You Resist, because let me just pull up my notes to see exactly what I wrote down about this. But very early on, as I was looking into Zac Efron's eyes, I wrote, is it just me who thinks Oh, it auto-corrected, so it says, is it just me who thinks Zac Effort looks actually ugly in this film, XD? I actually put XD at the end. That is not a joke.
Tell that to all the 10-year-old girls and boys.
True, but also...
Because I was one of them.
As a somewhat grown adult, is that really meant to be your target audience? Maybe from Roman Polanski, but...
Yeah, well, I don't know. Probably not.
He just it's the hair. It's all in the hair, because once, once he's cut his hair and he's all like...
Yeah, short back and sides on him.
And
bish, bash,
abs.
bosh.
Yeah, he looks great now. He looks great.
That's again, I think that's the time.
Well, yeah, but like
I don't know if Mop was ever that popular, but like it was definitely more popular.
Well, I highlighted a note further down that said, honestly, Chad is way sexier. Am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Kinda.
He's way sexier. I don't know what he looks like now, but
yeah.
If anybody knows High School Musical but doesn't really know the characters, Chad is his basketballing bro, his best friend for years.
Yeah. I mean, a point... no, I'm riding for Troy.
Okay.
I'm riding for
We're
Troy.
batting for different teams.
You know what? Troy should be called Chad.
Oh, because
he's a Chad.
What if he was called Chadley Smith?
Maybe.
Bro, I mean, I'd date him then.
Chadley Smith.
So, do you want to quickly go through what happens in this film, kind of non-spoilery? Like, what is this? What is this film actually about? Because earlier, when I told my dearest mother, when I said, "Hey, later on in this day, I'm recording a podcast episode about High School Musical," and I was like, and I made a bunch of notes about the plot and all that. She said, "Is there a plot to that film?"
I mean, it's pretty simple.
It is pretty simple.
It's pretty simple. It's a coming of age story, one of those old ones, like a romance.
There is
Bro.
romance.
Okay, so you got Troy and Gabriella. They're the couple that you want to keep an eye on. The main couple.
Keep an eye on them lot.
They're making moves. They're going places. At the start, they're like, yo, they meet each other at a skiing resort. Yo.
I did not remember that, you know.
Yeah, I didn't either. I was surprised. I was like, is this a Christmas film?
Yeah, it opens on New Year's Day at some ski resort where Gabriella, like the hottest girl there, is just like, oh, I just want to read books. And you're like, yeah, I bet you fucking do.
Yeah.
And like, they're both forced on stage to like sing a song together, and they both sing like so perfect or whatever, and then they get each other's numbers, but then it's back to school, isn't it?
Yeah. And then, surprise, surprise, she's the new girl.
Oh, hello!
And then, I mean, I feel like that's all you need to know, because from then on, you just know that. Like,
well, all I'd leave it at for anybody who for some reason doesn't know about it is that Troy is the basketballing prodigy. He is the best basketballer. His dad's the coach of the team. He is a Chad, ironically, even though
not Chad.
Even though he's not Chad. Don't get confused. There's so many layers to this film. It's like an onion or an ogre. But like, thanks. Thanks for that little recognition.
I get it.
Thanks, man. I spent 2 seconds on it. So like, Gabriella is like the smart girl, and she's on the decathlon team or whatever.
And she doesn't want to be the genius freak at this new school.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I hold back my smartness.
Big brain.
This is big brain time. But like, the two of them, like, you know, it's like a forbidden love and they both love singing, and they both kind of want to be in this musical that's happening, but Sharpay and Ryan, the musical king and queen, who are brother and sister, are like, we sing, you don't. And it's like, can they fight against all the odds to, one, be together, and two, admit to everyone around them who they truly are? Will people accept it? Metaphors.
Fight against the status quo.
Stick to the stuff you know.
Bro, I like that one as well, because you see these random characters that you never see again, apart from Zeke, because Zeke is a homie.
Oh yeah, Zeke goes on to be like a big man, yeah.
Yeah. He's the baker.
Yeah,
and like he has the bigger part out of those people.
Yeah, there's
and he fancies Sharpay for some reason.
Yeah, why? Get someone better, bro. But yeah,
come on, man.
Halfway through the film, it's like everyone discovers that Troy and Gabriella, like, they went to the auditions and they actually got a call back, and everyone's like, wait, Troy loves singing, so they all have this song where like they're trying to tell their friends like, I'm actually into this stuff. It's like, I'm a basketballer, but I like baking, and they all go, no.
And they're all so intense, like, Wildcats. Go Wildcats, yeah.
They're all like everyone's dancing and singing, even though they're telling everybody to, like, you know, just be normal. It's great. And there's some fat girl that's like, she's like part of the smart club, like, I do homework, and she says to them, I like to pop it and lock it and shake it all about, or whatever. I like dancing. And they all go, fuck you, go home, read books by yourself.
No.
Stick to the stuff you know.
Oh shit, sorry.
Is that what?
Sorry, man. I got
I thought we were doing it together.
I got the words wrong, that's all. Yeah.
I mean, I don't. You know, who cares? It's High School Musical.
I care, man.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Yo, I actually kind of want to learn that Last Dance and like do the whole performance.
Just in your room by yourself.
Yeah. With a cardboard cutout of Troy Bolton. and Gabriella, maybe. Yeah.
Maybe she can stand in the corner and watch you two.
Yeah. Fucking smash the life out of Troy Bolton. Yeah.
I guess, so we'll just end on spoilers with general thoughts about whatever. So, like, it's just kind of endearing, really. It's so dumb and so stupid and, like, so early 2000s. But as I made a note, I was like, I made a note and I was like, I can't help but smile. Even when it's really dumb and cringy, I'm just like, oh, 2000s. You know what I mean?
Bro, that stuff where I'd usually be like, oh, come on. Like,
grow up.
Yeah, fucking grow up.
Grow up.
I just laughed. I just laughed and thought it was cute and innocent, so.
And hey, you may call us gay, but the woke movement's coming along, so maybe say it only to your friends and like behind people's back. You know what I mean? Like, don't say it out loud.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to use gay as an insult anymore because it's not an insult. It's not.
Yeah.
It's just something you say when something's gay.
Yeah. See, whenever I say, it's so, bruh. When I say gay, like, oh, that's gay, I don't actually mean. Like, no one ever actually means.
I know what you mean. Like, I'm not saying, oh, that's gay to be like, oh, gay people are bad and therefore that's why this is bad. It's like,
it's just like something you pick.
Yeah, but the trouble is that where we picked it up from, because the origins of calling something gay is obviously demeaning and an insult.
Yeah, it's just from primary school playground, like.
Well, that's the thing, and it's like,
and then,
it's like I work with gay people and I go to uni with gay people and they say that's gay, bro. You know what I mean? Like, they say it as well. Yeah. Like, obviously, if I ever said it and a gay person was like, I find that offensive, I'd be like, oh, I apologize, and not say it to them.
Yeah.
But, like, I mean, most people, it doesn't bother you. I always feel like the people that get upset about words and how they're used and all this stuff are people that have, like, never actually been in a normal banterful environment and, like...
Banterful?
Banterful. I'm making it a word. And, like, just a comfortable, like, you know what I mean? Like...
Bro, it's all about intentions always.
Exactly, yeah. Like, it'd be different if you, like, were doing something harmful with it or, you know, being homophobic in general and then saying it. But if you're just, you know, just... I mean, I don't know why we're getting into this, but that's just my thoughts.
Woke.
Look, the woke movement's intentions were good, but they have been misconstrued, okay? Let's all just be nice to each other and watch High School Musical 2 or something.
Yeah, whilst holding hands.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, it's dumb. It's dumb fun. It's dumb. The weird thing is that I watched these, like, the normal reason you watch these kinds of films is when you have a girlfriend and you're like, well, she's sleeping with me, so sure, you choose the film. But, like, tell me that's not what it is. But yeah, like, the last time I watched these with a girl, I remember not enjoying them and being like, ugh. But I think that was just who I was with, because when I watched it by myself, I was like, this is alright. You know what I mean? It's fine.
Bro, it's just fun.
It's fun to laugh at as well. Some of the situations, like, there's a point where Troy and Gabriella are trying to, like, practice in secret, you know, but not together. And it's like, isn't the point that you're a duet? But okay.
Yeah. There is some bad acting.
Oh,
obviously.
There's a lot.
Like,
but it's funny.
Yeah. I just thought about that. When they go up to the audition, like, sign-up sheet, and Troy and Gabriella are together, and Sharpay, like, just fucking put a name in massive, like, oh yeah.
Take up the whole sign-up sheet.
And then Gabriella says some shit, and then she's like, wow, there's lots of stuff going on in this school, and then she looks around like 360 degrees, like, wow, there's so much going on right now.
Like there,
people walking everywhere.
Wow.
Epic. Yeah.
And yeah, there's, like, what I was gonna say, like, some great, again, acting in great moments. There's where they're all practicing, like, off, like, Troy's on some staircase with, for some reason, a door that he's allowed to lock. So there's staircases that go up, and then another set of staircases that there's a door that for some reason Troy can lock from one side.
He's the king. He's the Chad of the school.
Is that the, because halfway through the film we find out he has, like, a secret garden patch on the roof of the school.
Gabriella's like, you have this place on lock. Or
yeah,
whatever.
like the science kids, like, were like, here, Troy Bolton,
the
cool guy.
That's
what he says.
The fucking nerds.
The nerds gave the hot basketballer room to go upstairs and chill. But maybe that's why he can lock that door. Maybe it leads to there. But anyway, he's, like, singing and practicing. And Ryan, the brother of the brother of Sharpay, who, like, you know, he's a bit of a dick with her, but he's, like, the more kind of not dickish one. He, like, hears her singing, and he's like, oh, that's pretty good. And he tries to, like, open the door, and he can't. So then he tries to look under the bottom of the door to see who it is. Have you ever tried looking under the bottom of a door that has a gap? You can see the floor, and that is it. What was he going to do? Like, Troy Bolton? Like, what is this?
He probably just got a mouthful of dust, and you know, he kind of regretted that decision, really.
I would love if there's, like, a behind-the-scenes take of him just
Gee, I better not do that again.
And the crew goes,
and then Sharpay walks past and high fives him or something. I don't know.
and like
Just,
they all,
or just
they
a
all
random
hug and
side
smile and
character.
go,
Hey brother, huh?
hey, bro. But I would love to see a modern day High School Musical where everyone's just like, "Hey, bro, what's up? That's PogChamp, bro."
Yeah, it'd just be trash, wouldn't it?
There's so many dated references of like at one point, Chad and who's the girl in the decathlon team? Gabriella's friend.
Taylor.
Is it Taylor? I have no clue. But yeah,
I actually looked this up.
Nice.
I think I'll check again though.
Chad and
Taylor, let's go with Taylor.
Chad and Taylor, they're like sneaking around trying to do some sneaky plan, and she says to him, "Calm down, Chad. It's not like this is Charlie's Angels." And I was like, "Ooh." Luckily, I know about film, but could you imagine kids nowadays? They'd just be like, what?
Yeah. Isn't that quite old for even then though? Or is it?
Charlie's Angels was there was quite a few films in the early 2000s.
Right, yeah, okay.
I think there was at least 2 or 3. Like, he's looking it up, folks. He's looking it up.
I mean, there's a 2019 film apparently. So
yeah, they did one recently.
They're just bloody
trash.
dragging it through the water. Yeah.
But they waited a long time since the one before that. But anyway, yeah, that's a film. So I was just gonna go through some of these notes I made, and I know you didn't make notes during, but you did afterwards, didn't you?
Yeah.
So like, let's just go through the film. We're now in spoilers for a how old now? 15-year-old film that everybody has seen.
15 years, Jesus Christ.
I know, Jesus Christ.
I'm old.
Yeah, I was 5 when that came out. Jesus.
Yeah, I wouldn't have watched it at the time, but. Yeah.
Oh, I'd like it was that old thing back in school again, playground stuff, where it'd be like everyone had seen it because of sisters and just whatever, but nobody wanted to admit they'd seen it because they're like, "That's gay. High School Musical's gay," you know what I mean? And you'd be like, "I haven't seen it," but then secretly,
I definitely said those words. But
then secretly in your bedroom at night, you're just like, "It's the start of something new. It feels so right."
Bruh, they have perfect 100 out of 100 chemistry. They're basically already smashing on stage in the introduction. But then, oh no, they never meet each other again. No.
Until like 5 minutes later when they do. Yeah, so I guess I'll go through some of these notes. So on the opening New Year's Eve party, this is the first thing I saw that made me want to make notes, because I paused on the frame. I said, "This is the saddest looking New Year's Eve party of all time. Fat kid in a Viking helmet looks like he wants to die, and people are cheering despite their mouths all being closed." Like, it's like they put in
some
cheering.
of the dubbing in the first introduction scene, for some reason it's just that like first part, and then obviously with the singing later on.
There's also little moments later, but yeah.
Yeah, the dubbing, Jesus Christ. You know the guy who like beckons them on stage? Did you notice that? Like, it's so bad with him.
Oh yeah. Big
God.
time. I noticed something else about him that I have a note for. Oh, just real quick while we're on the theme of dubbing. You know, later in the film when it's towards the end of the second act, so everything has to be sad now.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Like Troy can't get his head in the game, so he's out in his back garden, and he's trying to shoot some hoops. And every time it's before the ball is even like gone out, like it's rolling around the rim still, and like his mouth isn't moving, and you just hear really vague, "Oh." And it's like it's so not him.
Yeah, when his dad's looking at him.
Yeah, when his dad's looking out at him. Oh god. I also mentioned this is a theme throughout the film. Whenever Troy and his dad, who is the coach of the team, whenever they're training basketball, his dad isn't even trying to block him from shooting. What is this training? And that goes for all of the basketball training. They kind of dance in a circle and throw balls at each other and kind of just like... There's a bit at the end of get your head in the game, where they all at the end all throw different basketballs at the hoop. None of them go in, and they all run off going, "Yeah, Pog!" And like, you know what I mean? Like,
let's go.
And then Troy afterwards is the only one to actually get a basket. Like it's fucking brilliant. But I know we're going all over the place, but I had so many notes on the theme of that guy who makes Gabriella and Troy. Who makes Gabriella and Troy sing.
Yeah.
I'm going to read this. The guy that forces Gabriella and Troy to sing literally wears the same shirt as Ted Mosby in the episode in How I Met Your Mother, where he finds that old shirt in his cupboard and he puts it on, and then he asks out the girl that he used to go out with, and she kicks him and like beats the shit out of him because he broke up with her on her birthday. And I was
Jesus.
like, I know.
This is another part. This is another thing where you just remember I
remember...
remember that episode, yes, but I don't remember what the shirt looks like.
Well, that's the point of the episode. Anyway, let's not get into this argument again. I remember really obscure references that I don't think are that obscure, but hey.
I think it's pretty cool, man. I think it's cool.
Yeah, that's not what you're normally saying when people aren't listening to a recording. Normally it's, shut the fuck up, what do you mean? How do you get that? And then I cry. Just kidding, I'm not a pussy owl.
I haven't told you to shut the fuck up.
You tell me that almost every day. We tell each other it every day, let's be honest. Shut the fuck up, Joe. That's just the kind of relationship we have. It's better than when we were in person and we'd physically shut each other up by holding our lips closed.
And choking each other. But
no.
In a sexual way.
No.
Okay,
no.
Carry on with what you were saying to do with the shirt.
Well, that's just...
that was it.
It's literally the same shirt. I just thought it was really funny. I was like, I like the idea of that guy, like... wearing that shirt and then having really bad luck afterwards. Like, he's like, you two will thank me because you two are eventually gonna fuck.
Wink, wink.
But then, like, he goes outside into, like, the thing and he's like, New Year's Eve. And then a snowboarder just decapitates him on the hill. He's like, Elseworld Story, Disney Plus. I'll write it. I'm a screenwriter. I'll write it. It's a good idea. You've got that new Star thing coming for, like, rated R and 18 plus stuff. Just saying. Yeah. I'll do it. Speaking of, I'm going to jump ahead a bit. Speaking of people dying, do you remember in the auditions for the cast of the musical?
Yes.
Do you remember there's a guy who comes on, doesn't sing the song, but he just like comes on stage, does a pirouette, and then he ballets off the stage, and then all we hear in the background is like a bunch of bins and like debris falling over.
Funny moment.
I wrote down. Let me try and find this. I can't find what I wrote, but it was whatever. I remember it vaguely, but basically, oh yeah, I put, is the ballet guy dead? I said, I'm a check if he ever pops up again, because that's the last time we see him in the entire film, and it sounded like a building fell on him. like, did he just die? And they were like,
no one checks up on him.
Good audition, bro.
Hey, funny moment, definitely.
Speaking of that scene, I put, these are all the notes I put for that one. I put, are those fake freckles? The first girl, they paint on fake freckles onto her. Bad singing really hurts my soul. This scene is actually hard to watch.
Yes. But funny because bad.
And then I put for when Sharpay and Ryan perform, I said, why is the pianist annoyed at two people singing in key and well? Why is she... Every performance before that has been shit, and she looks at those two singing, and she's like, oh. It's like they're the only ones singing in key. What do you mean?
At least respect some of it.
Respect some of the drip.
Bitch.
She is a bitch. Well, this is the thing, she's a bitch. But I didn't remember this. At the end of the film, there's no build-up to her redemption. There's no build-up. And she just turns around and goes, guess I'll be the understudy, break a leg, you guys are going to do great. And it's like...
Yeah. But then there's still passive-aggressive tones. And then, like, at the end in the big, like, song and dance, like, she comes out the middle, like...
As if she's the main character.
Yeah, woo,
and it's like, wait, so she had this moment of, I guess I was a bit of a bitch. And then... for the next two films, she still just doesn't learn from her lesson and is a bitch again. Like, the second one, she's actively trying to, like, make it as if Troy's, like, cheating on Gabrielle or something. I don't remember very well.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly.
They're at, like, for some reason, for their school holiday, they go to Gabriella's, like, golf course resort thing that she owns because rich people. But they all have to...
You didn't do that. Like, what?
But then they all have to work as the staff.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? All
bloody
of them?
Unpaid slaves. That's what they are.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
I gotta say,
I was like summer camp, like a I don't know. No.
Did you ever do summer camp? I didn't.
I didn't do summer camp, but there was like summer school. like
did that?
before going into like year 7.
No.
It's actually pretty sick, to be honest.
What?
We like went.
You're a fucking nerd.
No, you didn't have to go every day.
Still, you went
Like-
some days.
Yeah, you could just go like whenever, and
What did you
like
do there?
loads of people went, and like we went on. We did like different stuff on the like weekdays, but you didn't have to go to all of them. And then like on the Fridays, usually like there was like a epic activity, and like one of them was laser tag, for instance, and that was sick.
Oh, that is actually cool.
Yeah, bro. Like at
So
the,
what did
on
they
the Friday...
teach you here? Just general school shit?
Oh no, it wasn't. It wasn't teaching really. It was just like
What was this?
fun stuff, cool
So
stuff.
to train
It was
for
like
to train for year 7, you went.
I was about to say. I was
laser
about to
tag.
say. I was about to say my school, but you know. Yeah.
So you went to laser tag once, and then was that what else?
There's also swimming one of the Fridays.
How is
That's
this
pretty cool.
preparing you for secondary school?
It wasn't like.
So why is it
well,
called summer
Well, the
school?
idea was
That's-
like there's people, like you haven't met these people yet, so like you kind of getting to know some of them. I guess,
Right,
but like
okay.
for me, it was just like, I don't know.
I just
don't know.
I just thought I assumed
Just
it
a bit
was like one of
bored, and
those
then you
fucking
just go
like.
like, yeah.
I assumed it was one of those fucking like summer school bullshit things that nerds do, where it's like I better get my skills
nah.
ready.
There was like loads, like a massive range of people, like, you know, people from every social circle of whoever, you know, the people
cool
who fit into
kids.
each one, you know, whatever.
The nerds.
Yeah, even though like those things aren't really a
Jocks.
thing anymore, but it's like
Well,
whatever.
I remember
Well,
in my school
loosely,
that
but,
there was
like-
definitely table divisions of.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
people.
like not like in High School Musical or these.
I was
like...
on the nerd table.
Well, yeah. I mean, if we were to assign one, same. But like,
That's why I like sixth form, because you just go out for food and stuff. So like, there's no division. You all go
Yeah.
to the one Greg's that Bloxwich has. It had
but
a-
at the
it
same
had a
time, you don't
Greggs
really
and a
want to be
Subway.
on the other. Like, bro, you're kind of there for a reason because like, I don't like. I didn't want to be in any other. Groups.
Oh yeah, I don't want.
like,
I like the only time I moved table was to like I got a girlfriend in school and like she sat on a different table and obviously I was like I will do anything for you, queen. So like I
Oh,
moved.
bro,
I went to
yeah.
the same
I'd-
table.
Cringe.
Very cringe. Speaking of cringe, yo, back to High School Musical.
Back to
this
High School
film,
Musical.
the old phones. Oh my god,
Oh yeah.
those
Jesus.
phones are incredible.
But he like turn it round the opposite way and then. Take
I said-
picture.
I said taking a selfie with the phone turned around. Omega PogChamp move.
Yeah,
That
they're
is what I wrote
perfect
down.
picture. It's
Yeah,
a perfect
yeah.
picture.
There's a point later in the film as well where they're trying to trick Gabriella and Troy to breaking up, and so they secretly film Troy, and by secretly I mean halfway through a rant, somebody flicks a webcam on, and I'm like, are you
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
blind? You didn't see that? And the webcam conveys to the other computer in the other classroom a
Sending
perfect
Wi-Fi,
1080p
receiving-
image.
Receiving Wi-Fi signal or whatever it said in the bottom left.
There's a point in this film where they literally hack the entire school.
Yeah, it's possible.
I mean, don't get me wrong, my friend did that in our school, but he got in serious trouble. Bro, there's
2006, the
Oh,
Wild West of the
speaking
internet.
of 2006 technology, when Sharpay and Ryan want to Google, well, I shouldn't say Google search, when they want to find out more about Gabriella, so they
Yeah.
go to the best browser in the world. Let me find my notes.
Oh god.
Ah, the ever classic browser. Search the internet.
Ooh, is that
That's what it was called. That's what it was called. There was no .com. There was no .com,
just
so
search the internet.
it's too powerful for that. You know what I mean? No need for .com over here.
Makes sense.
Bro, just
Does
this
it
film
make
is.
sense?
There's a point where I thought you would appreciate they mentioned LeBron and Shaq.
Yes, sir.
Brad, sorry,
LeBron
not-
O'Neal, my favorite basketball player.
Joe's a big fan of basketball.
Yeah, man.
Um,
Terry Crews.
see, that just seems a bit racist.
I was gonna say Keanu Reeves next, but
I'll say it quickly. Redeem yourself.
Keanu Reeves.
Oh, white guy too.
Bro.
Terry Crews wouldn't actually be that good at basketball because he's massive. You've gotta be like a
yeah, and he's not
smaller-
that tall, is he? Or is he?
I don't know, because he's only in a show. The only show I watch him in is with Andy Samberg and the guy who plays Charles Boyle, who's not neither of them at all. So
Yeah, true.
maybe he's just like average heightish. Maybe. Either way, he could beat the shit out of both of us with his pinky finger.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Maybe
like,
one of his breasts, even.
Bro, he can do the like peck bouncing thing.
Yeah.
I can kind of do
our
it,
necks
but
with his boobs.
imagine that power. How is that man not president of the United States of America? Hey, Gaddafi, bang! I know Gaddafi's been dead a long time, but
bloody execution.
Here's some other notes that I made. The drama teacher is the best character in the entire film, even if she thinks basketball is actually hockey. As when she goes around and takes everyone's phones in the 3-minute drama lesson at the start of the film, she says something like she takes the ball off of Chad and he's like, "You can play hockey later," and I'm like, how dumb are you? Like, you can't be that dumb.
Like later on, she refers to like scoring a hoop, a basket, as like scoring a touchdown.
Yeah.
And then
you can get that confused.
I guess, but then Coach Bolton, bloody character, sets her right.
Sets that woman. The man sets the woman right. Early 2000s, hell yeah.
Yeah, baby.
To be fair, the school was actually, I was quite impressed at how diverse the cast was. Like they're like they call him the principal in America, don't they? Like the principal of the school is like of Asian descent. You've got like a bunch of different ethnicity like students and stuff. And I was like, this is the early 2000s. I'm very impressed for Disney as well, because if you guys aren't very aware, this lovely brand of like, hey, we love kids and magic and fun
and Mickey Mouse, woo.
The guy who created it he hated Jews. He very much did. I had an ex-girlfriend who was obsessed with Disney, like obsessed, and just to annoy her, I would always
obsessed with Jews.
Well, God, let's move on. But I would constantly be like, one, Walt Disney's head is legitimately frozen in a freezer somewhere, and two, when he finally comes back, somebody's gonna have to tell him that it's not okay to be anti-Semitic anymore. And she'd always be like, "Shut up," because she knew it was true. And I'd always be like,
"Shut up, kid."
I'm like, "There's a reason you can't find Song of the South on Disney Plus, guys." Ooh. Have you ever watched Song of the South? I've seen a little bit of it.
Don't know what
Jesus fucking Christ. It's so... Old films are hard. Like, old racist films are just hard to watch. Moving on, there's a great bit where Sharpay brags about being in 17 school productions. And at first I was like, how many? I was like,
there'd be like 3 or 4 a year, wouldn't there?
Well, that's it. I remember there's a point where she says to
actually, not even that, like 2 maybe.
Well, there's a point where she says to some opera bitch singing, she's like, "You brought some note back from the Stone Age. Well done. Maybe you'll be right for the spring production." So presumably there is more than one a year. Because I was like, I was like, you're supposed to be what, 16, 17 in this? And I was like, since 1 you were. I was like, I don't think so. You weren't at school at 1.
Yeah.
But I also said, imagine bragging about being in school productions like it's something to be proud of. It's like bragging about not getting food poisoning every time you eat any food.
Nice.
Thanks, man. That bit where I talked about, where they all shoot their balls. Wait, what? They all throw their balls. And none of them get a basket. I put, they celebrate none of them actually making a shot like they found Gaddafi. So clearly Gaddafi's been on my mind today, seeing as that's the second time I've made reference to him. So we're back from intermission. Sorry guys, I suddenly realised Joe wasn't speaking, and you fell out your window, didn't you?
Yeah, and I do live in a 15-story apartment complex, and I'm on the top floor.
Wow, the penthouse suite.
Yeah, I had to drag myself back up.
He's vigorously bleeding out of all of his orifices.
I mean, mostly my legs. They're just mangled, but...
Well, I mean, I'm glad that you can make it back for this show. We appreciate it.
Yeah, I do care.
So, while you were mid-flight, let's say, I mentioned... I was gonna say... that at one point Chad is literally wearing a t-shirt that reads "I come with my own background music," which yeah,
That's
early
not nice.
like even for early 2000s the fashion. Oh, I think I would
To
have
be fair
rather.
though, that's not worse than like the nerd T-shirts in like 2012
Oh God,
and
yeah.
geek and like all that shit. That's not as bad as that, I don't think.
But like, I would rather see him wearing like the bowling shirts with the black with the flames coming up from the bottom. You know what I mean?
Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Guy Fieri or whatever his name is. Fieri? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's spelled, bro. This is the thing. If you say Fieri, you sound clapped, but that's actually how you say it
I
because
know.
it's
I
spelled
know that.
Fieri or something.
See, I know the name Guy Fieri, so I'm assuming he makes
Yeah, that's the
burgers,
guy.
right? And he eats burgers.
Something like that. Yeah, and like he's
Yeah.
got like blonde.
Yeah, dyed
Well,
blonde hair.
yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's
it's
how he
horrible.
famously is pictured. But yeah.
The next thing I put down was that apparently Troy can teleport. There's a scene where he's doing this elaborate thing to sneak over to the auditions, and at one point his dad sees him go behind a wall.
Oh
and
yeah.
we get
yeah.
the classic, the frame just slightly puts him out, and by the time his dad goes, he's completely disappeared.
Bro, that whole scene reminded me of like some kind of like Mission Impossible, like scene, like he's escaping Chad. Yeah.
The whole time I could just hear like the the bear behaving badly theme in my head.
Yeah.
It's like this guy's going crazy. I made note of the lunch song is amazing.
Yeah. Man.
How the fuck did Sharpay not see her? Oh, I know what this is. It's when I love that I make these vague notes. It was when Gabrielle and Troy are practicing in their own spaces. Troy practices on a flight of stairs. Gabrielle practices in the women's toilets. And she hides in like the corner of a room. And clearly Sharpay has never played Valorant because she doesn't check her corners and didn't see her standing there. Didn't get the headshot. Didn't get the ace.
That's crazy.
Like,
what is behind there, like for her to hide?
yeah, like
Because like she comes in, fair enough. Yeah, like fair enough, not seen on your way in.
Yeah.
But coming out, what is there?
Yeah, she literally turns around in the direction of her. So like she would have had to have seen her unless she's like clapped.
Yeah, probably clapped. Probably bloody clapped.
Oh yeah, I made the note of diet ideas because at one point, Chad says that his mom has a picture of the guy who is the lead in Phantom of the Opera inside of the fridge, and Troy says, "Why is it on the inside of the fridge?" And Chad says, and I quote, "I don't know, another one of those diet ideas."
Sure.
And I just kind of went, okay.
You sighed exasperatedly.
There's a song that made me go cringe, cringe, cringe.
Ah.
I don't remember which one.
I can't think. I quite like them all, to be honest.
No, I know what it was. Because the note before that says "lol breaking and entering" is kind of funny. Which is, when he breaks into Gabriella's back garden and then climbs up. It's when he's singing out loud to her.
Oh, yeah, that one. Yeah, that's not...
Oh, that's cringe. And then after that I put, some poor soul is trapped in the movie and screams for help briefly. I don't know if you remember, there's a point where, where they change the days of the callback auditions to the same day as the decathlon final and the big game. And they say they have a plan. It then cuts to the day and it says callback day, and then above it says day of the big game or whatever, and then decathlon final day, and then above it says help ! In all caps. So I thought there's some poor soul trapped in the film and this was his one chance to scream out for help. Maybe William Afton.
Oh my god.
I actually made that note. That was actually what I said. So I just assumed you were going to bring up Five Nights at Freddy's in the recording.
Oh, okay.
And then my final note, because I feel like I haven't actually let you say any of your notes because I made so many. I apologise. I've
interspersed them.
Oh really?
I'm pretty
between?
I'm pretty much dry.
You sneaky boy.
Pretty much dry.
I mean, you're not dry. You're bleeding like ferociously.
Yeah, well, yeah. I might.
Do you want me to call an ambulance? You don't have to finish the
maybe.
show. You can.
Well, I think my vision's failing.
Okay, all right. I'll call the ambulance right after this. So, what's more important than an ambulance and getting Joe the help he seriously needs? I put, wait, is this Spanish/Mexican, because I don't know what it's meant to be, themed song that Sharpay and Ryan sing for the callback audition, is that in the same musical as all the rest of the songs? Which then prompted my question, what is this musical actually about? At one point we see a camel, there's a Mexican and Spanish themed song and dance, there's a tree and there's some clouds. Yeah, because I always thought they got the thing and then the final performance was the actual show. But we never actually see the show that they audition for. We just see that they get the part, I guess. There's so much off-screen at the end. Like, Troy, they win the basketball game at the end. And then Gabriella runs and they go, did you win the decathlon? Yes, we did. And it's like, oh, okay, I guess we don't need to see that.
Yeah, what the hell, man? I believe in...
Am I gonna bop to the top?
Some shit like that, I guess.
That is some shit like that. And then the final thing I put is they win both events and they are praised and heralded as the best things ever, only in America.
Yes.
Could you imagine a
America,
British version?
baby.
Could you imagine a British version of this? Some guy tries to stop playing football to like the captain of the team, like to be in a musical. Everyone would just be like, whatever, gay, whatever, don't care.
Yeah, pretty much.
Fucking whatever, no one cares. And if at the end they made the audition, they'd be like, well done, right, fine, whatever, bye. that's Britishness for you. Nobody cared that I was in a school production.
When I was proper young,
more than least me.
When I was proper young, I think I had this like very like where I deep down knew it was false, but like this deep down notion that like secondary school will be like a tiny bit like this somehow. But like how?
Could you imagine?
Especially in the UK.
Could you imagine going to secondary school and it being like what is depicted in High School Musical? Yeah. Jesus Christ. Like, you just show up to drama lessons, get your phone taken off you, tell you there's detention, and then leave. Like, that was the whole lesson.
Easy.
There were no cuts. That was the whole lesson. There's so many times they just go into a classroom and do like Gabriella at one point corrects a maths teacher on the thing and she goes, I don't think so. And then she goes, oh wait, you were actually right. Well done. And they go, cool. And then the bell rings. And you're like, how long are these? They're like 3 minutes a piece. Which, I mean, you can get plenty of done, but also you can get nothing done.
True.
At the end of the day, this is a film that does not reflect modern day life, but also I come with my own background music. I'm gonna make that my Instagram bio. You have got just before we go, folks, I'm gonna find out if you can buy that shirt.
I come with my own background music.
Oh god, oh yes.
Bro, that's
I come with my own background music t-shirt. Amazon.com. Wait, I can actually find the right colour. Oh my god.
Is that an embellish? Like, is that good though? Because like, wouldn't it be better to say like, I don't need no backing track. Bitch.
But no, I think the idea is meant to be like, you know, I'm so cool that I come with my own, like, you know, I'm so cool that music just appears when I appear.
I'm the main character of this film. Despite
not actually being the main character of this film.
Hey, bada, swing.
Let me just send you the picture of the shirt.
I love that song. Hey, bada, hey.
Is that in the second one, isn't it? It's
I think so.
It's in the second one where Ryan's like, I'm too gay to play, you know, like baseball, and they go, no, you're actually not.
That's so good. I love that.
Hey, bada, swing.
Sequence.
What about in the third one where Chad and Troy go in like some junkyard and they're both just swinging bats going, the boys are back, the boys are back.
I don't think I remember 3 that well.
3's actually the best one.
Is 3 the one where
they're leaving for college?
Oh yeah,
it's the real Kissing Booth 2 of High School Musical films.
Alright, yeah. Hey, maybe we'll do them in the future.
We actually probably will, but not
Yeah,
next
probably.
week. We will do
No.
something else. I saw that Shaun of the Dead's on Netflix. We could do another part of the Cornetto trilogy.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm done.
Yeah, right. Next week we'll do Shaun of the Dead. So thank you very much for listening, human beings who listen to this show. Let us know if you do know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's lore, and don't fucking Google it beforehand and then tell us, because
Yeah.
I'll know. I'll
That'd
know.
be cringe.
I'll fucking know, because you'll go on something that's actually wrong.
So there's a lot of misinformation out there. You've got to be vigilant with your FNAF lore.
With your FNAF lore, yes. So yeah, if you we're on YouTube. Yep, that's a place that you could be listening to this to. You probably are listening to this too on there. If you like it, well, there you go. Self-explanatory. Give it a like. It helps us out in some way. I don't fucking know.
I will smash through your front window.
Yes, you will.
Choke you.
That is a promise. If you are
In
into
a good
choking,
way.
yeah. Oh, it'll be nice. He's demoed it on me. It's pretty cool. I'm not even into choking, and I thought, well, this is actually not that bad.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It only lasts a second or so. I mean, you do have to replace your front window every time he does it, but the benefits, there are none. But, you know, still leave a like. Don't let it scare you. Hey, new experiences. If you just go through life being scared, you'll never have somebody jump through your front window and choke you, and that's the real crime. Also, you must sign a document where you can't have any like legal action taken against us afterwards, because, come on, don't be a dick. Don't be a dick. If you're on Spotify, you can follow the show so that you've got easy access to us in your home menu. We would appreciate that. And yeah, just thank you for listening. We hope this can make you forget about shitty life right now and watch High School
And reaches
Musical
your
instead.
ears in a pleasant way.
And we're hoping that afterwards, you know, you can go out into the world and start soaring and flying. And realise that there is not a star in heaven that we cannot reach.
Yo, shall we end this with a...
He's trying
You're
to
breaking... Oh, fuck. Oh,
He was trying to mime something to me.
free.
You do realise that you could have just told me what you wanted to do and I could have just cut it out. You do realise that, you fucking moron.
We're breaking free.
We're soaring.
We're breaking free. We're
There's
breaking
not
free.
a breaking free and start a breaking
breaking
free.
free.
Thank you for listening. Breaking free.
We're breaking
We're listening.
free.
We're breaking free.